Welcome back. Bollywood's love for cars is legendary. और आज हमारे साथ है एक ऐसा ब्रांड जो बॉलीवुड में बन गया है a status symbol. और इस पर बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ है Mr. Michael Pershke, MD Audi India. Welcome to the show, sir. Let's talk about the connect that Audi has with Bollywood.
Well, it started all the way back in 2006-07 when we as a company started to Indian market. Although Bollywood was actually our second love. Our first love started actually with cricket back in 1985 with Ravi Shastri. But when we decided to come to India, actually we had a couple of mails already of people saying, well, we would like to have one of the first Audis properly imported to India. And one of them was John Abraham, who was actually the first customer to buy the Audi Q7. We had some early adopters like a John, like a Katrina, like a Bipasha, and various others of the Bollywood crowd because they loved the Q7. The Q7 comes very handy if you go out for shooting, you want to take your cast with you, you want to get your stuff with you, you go a little bit off-site because, you know, in a rough terrain where you're shooting. So the Q7 somehow ideally footed the bill. Some people took it, they became brand advocates, and out of it came kind of a certain trend. And I think it was just things were falling into place at the right time, with the right people, with the right product.
Is that why Bollywood's in love with the Q series? For the various reasons you just mentioned?
Yeah, I think we even draw some inspiration out of that, and we invented a theme which is more like an umbrella theme. Okay. We call Live the Q Life. Okay. So we're not selling Q7, Q5, Q3, not a product approach, we sell a lifestyle approach. Then the Q Life is something which suits you because it can take you all the way from your farmhouse to the red carpet, and that's what we define as the Q Life.
That sounds wonderful. You're also taking it to the women and therefore the association with Gul Panag and that particular drive. So tell us more about that.
Well, actually it started with a different angle. We went on the Leh Ladakh drive with Gautam Singhania and some of the YPO members here of Bombay and Delhi and Supercar Club members. And I was on the Q drive or Quattro drive Leh Ladakh, and I was tweeting on it, and then one of the tweets came back from Gul, how mean is that only men have the chance to drive the Qs up there in the Himalayan
Quite
range.
a point.
Yeah, she made a very strong point, and then I tweeted back and said, Gul, well, you know, that was what Gautam wanted, but you know, if you have an idea, why not take it also all the way to women? So we chatted, and finally when Gul came with the idea, why not do a woman-only Quattro power drive, and that's how the women's drive actually surfaced.
Okay, let's talk about Bollywood. And I would have to say that it's not just an aspirational thing attached to Audi now. This is more like a luxurious benchmark, and every A-lister would like to get there. So would you feel it's kind of attaching itself to that status symbol in Bollywood?
Well, we have probably 3 different target groups who all have their own bling factor. Of course, Bollywood started with the Q7 and went on. Now, especially the A8 is also very famous, and quite a number of the actors have the A8. One of them is Sanjay Dutt, Abhishek Bachchan, also one of the Kapoors has one, but I'm not allowed to mention because somebody else pays his bills. But the A8 also became a flagship for us into Bollywood.
Now that you mentioned Abhishek, we also heard that he went all out to get his customized version.
You know, there are funny instances how people fall in love with the Audi. For example, he fell in love at Cannes. You know, the Cannes Film Festival, we also have, similar like Davos, we have a fleet of Audi A8s.
Okay.
And he went there, I think, in March 2011. No, even in 2010, he drove the A8 down there. And then he said, we've been in touch, and he said, well, when is it coming? And I have a very special configuration I like. And then he configured his car, very personal. And for him, it was a really big thing, and we presented the car together back here in Bombay. And he said, well, it's one of the first, if not the first car I really buy for myself, customized, and he loves it, and it's a white car, special interiors. So I think this kind of cars are like airplanes, like yachts, you know, you personalize them entirely around your personal lifestyle.
Well, in India, this is a given that India almost worships or follows Bollywood. So do you think with the stars so keen on an Audi, it could spike sales for you?
I think it has a very good image rub-off effect. We have, for example, right now on Facebook a campaign which we call Give the Q Life. And you have a couple of quotes from existing Audi loyalists, whether it's an Anil Kapoor who said, well, I bought my Audi, actually exactly the one like Ravi Shastri got it back in 1985, and ever since I love a brand. You have a Ravi Shastri, you have John Abraham, you have a Gul Panag, a Jacqueline Fernandez, even a Saif Ali Khan. They're all, you know, are part of a campaign which we call Give the Q Life for Diwali. And definitely, you know, people, we have 1.4 million fans on Facebook. They read it, they talk about it. So definitely it has a rub-off effect. Maybe you cannot quantify how many cars you sell, but definitely there's a buzz going on, and that's not bad for a brand.
How about in-film branding? Is that something that you're very conscious about as well?
Well, we do it internationally. You have something like Iron Man 1, 2, 3, where the R8 is the star. You have Transporter, which I think is one of the masterpieces where a car and a film basically blend in like a holistic
Beautifully,
story.
yes.
We have something, a project that's going to come up in probably next couple of days, going to be announced with a star cast of 4 or 5 people. Again, the cars are going to be very much integrated into that movie. We had Bodyguard with Salman, where the Q7 played a major role. And because he did such a good job, we gifted him the Q7 after the movie became a blockbuster.
I do hope this interview is a great job as well, so you gift me one after this interview too.
Well, let's talk about it. We have.
I thought I might as well plug that in. Why not?
Yeah, we will find something to get you really a fan of Audi for sure.
I don't think I have a doubt on that. But talking about this beautiful integration you just said, Bollywood and Audi, or films and Audi, would you consider a brand ambassador from Bollywood for Audi then?
See, we have a different philosophy. We say you cannot, as Audi, elevate any person to a brand ambassador, because I have so many brand fans. So I'm very happy with brand loyalists and brand fans, but we don't have one real brand ambassador, except maybe Ravi Shastri, who ever since 1985 is the Audi man. But other than that, we're all happy customers and brand loyalists, and we do have them once in a while for a show or for a drive or for something, but that is 2 different commercial transactions.
I think it's safe to say that your company has really changed the meaning of A-listers in Bollywood. That just means Audi listers now. So, well, at that we can just say best wishes
Thank
to
you,
Audi in India, and thank you so much for joining us on Business of Bollywood today.
And thanks for inviting.